let's face it, the NFL has a huge problem in the Texans. They're just an absolute mess of an organization to the point where they don't even have a first or a second round pick, and Deshaun Watson wants out. J.J. Watt is out. The DeAndre Hopkins traded for David Johnson? What? But that's where the NFL is going to step in here. The NFL repo man stepped in and has made it so that the Texans no longer have their organization, and it has changed hands to a big-time businessman in Toronto who has hired yours truly to build him a team. So here we are. We're at the offseason immediately following the 2020 season, and this is our team. Whole bunch of practice squatters. So we've got some work to do. So one of the things that we end up having to do, though, is Deshaun Watson had to get traded from our team. And we traded him to the Minnesota Vikings for the first overall picks. Now, granted, everyone has to remember this is not how the regular season actually had panned out. We all know Buccaneers won the Super Bowl, and the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl. All right, cool. They're 3-time Super Bowl champions. Cowboys somehow made it. Yeah, so now we've got to figure out how we're going to build this team, because let's face it, the Texans can't even repair a team with Deshaun Watson on it. So now we've got to build a team. And I'm thinking right away we've got to hit 2 big signings. One of them, Chris Godwin. The other one is Laramie Tunzel. So here is the kicker for this. We said that we won't pick up a lot of the players from the Texans, because obviously then at that point in time we might as well have just done a Texas rebuild. But this is a complete build of a brand new team. So we are trying to make sure we get players that are going to help us actually build a winning franchise mentality. So, okay, so here are the players that we got. We got Williamson, Howard, Burton, Fitzpatrick, Samuel, Hendrickson, Patrick, Godwin, Rankin, Zerline, Williams, Lindsley, Woozier, Townsend, White, Hilton, Dunsley, and Tardif. So who does that leave for us to make sure that we sign? Alonzo, Mills, and Lamp got huge offers. Apparently the Chargers also think that he's worth a little bit of money. Alright. Oh, we'll go back to the drawing board, try it again. You know what? Lewis can come in. Nice, cheaper deal. Anthony Brown. Raekwon McMillan. Solomon Thomas. Let's go Alex Okafor. Why not? I mean, a one-year deal. We could deal with 1 year of Alex Okafor on that side of the ball. We're just trying to field the team. Why not? We'll throw Taysom Hill in as our second quarterback for $2.25 million. I can make that work. I can make that work, guys. So we're just gonna go through here quick. All right, these guys are getting upgrades. I'm assuming they were on the Texans beforehand, but kind of is what it is at this point in time. And we got 5 out of 5, it looks like. So, oh, we got 5 out of a few. So, ooh, that's not. All right, we're gonna have to make a few adjustments here. Who we're wanting to sign? Malcolm Butler. No. Look, DJ Reed Jr. might be a guy worth. Vince, I've always liked Vince Beagle as a player. A Wisconsin boy, shout out Wisconsin. And we'll get a fullback just because. I mean, why not? And then Alex Singleton. Why not? Let's get Montana State boy. Help fill in some roster spots. Because we don't know what the draft class is looking like, guys. We're going to have to investigate here. So, alright, all those were accepted. It means we got 39 out of 75 players, and we really want to try to get more towards that 54-man roster than we are right now. But as of right now, this is what our team is looking like. And we're just going to have to go with it from there, basically. So, we just have to see how the cap plays and hits in our following years. Hopefully, it'll go up. The cap, I mean, and hopefully we can hit that. So, the Toronto Huskies, the first overall pick. And let's see what our draft class is looking like. Hey, there's a quarterback up top. Early first round. Taylor Pearman out of Michigan. Let's also look at James Fontaine. Definitely not the quarterback we are looking for. Edwards. Nope. I think it's got to be Taylor Pearman, right? I mean, 6'5", 21 years old, 230. You know, one of the better prospects it's looking like in the entire draft. So let's see. Ranked 9. But you know what? His true value, ranked 9 for first overall pick. Quarterback, I'm not going to be too worried about it because he can obviously play a lot better than what he's one of the more important parts of the team. Let's be honest. Quarterbacks are the most sought after position in the game. So, let's see what else we can accomplish here. So a lot of first rounds in this area here. Aiden McMahon. Agnew's looking really nice. So is Clifford. Ooh. I'm thinking Clifford, and I can move either him or Williams to the other side. He just spoke to me with all... I mean, he looked like an absolute legend in the making, and I think we're going to do that. I've talked myself into it. Clifford of Boston College, and he's number 1 true value. So that was the better pick for us. 92 speed, 72 zone, good hit power, pursuit, play recognition, acceleration. I mean, looks like he could play great for us. It's all about being great. So, Alex Humphreys, looking like he could be the guy we want with this pick, and I think it's a no-brainer that Alex Humphreys would be the guy that we're going to want here. Add him into the rotation for Russian. Yeah, he'd be the obvious choice at this point. 30th ranked, 85 speed. Yeah, he's obviously going to make his way into the rotation on defense. Oh, let's see. Who do we got for 4th round? I mean, you got plenty of spots that you could take. You need a lot as a team that's actually building. So I think Basie here is going to be the pick. I mean, it makes the most sense. I mean, obviously rated high enough that he can make his way into a rotation. Now we actually have a pick here. And I think Robertson might be the pick up here. And if we can find... I'm about to say if we can find a first round value that isn't a defensive tackle, but not looking like we're going to be able to. So I think that's going to be the pick. And I think having this much depth on my defensive line is kind of critical at this point. And you see that a lot actually in the NFL today, is you see a lot of defensive line help and, you know, depth charts that are 5, 6 deep of just guys that are coming in and out for the pass rush all the time. You don't really see a lot of defensive backfields that are filled to the brim. You know, you don't see defensive backfields. You don't see a lot of offensive line that are filled to the brim with talent at this point, and that's a shame because obviously it all starts up front, and that's where we're gonna make a pick. Jalen Truman here looked the best, I think, to me. You know, at that first glance, I should have looked maybe a little harder and see who we scouted, but it didn't look great when I had initially scouted anyways. And yeah, see, maybe could have taken that right guard, but I always value left tackle a little bit more anyways. And 230th, I mean, he still would have been technically drafted, so not overly worried. At least he wouldn't have gone undrafted. He just got drafted a little higher than normal. So I think here we'll take... and this is where this game kind of sucks. You can't really find the good diamonds in the rough type of deal. We'll take Max here. I mean, we'll get some sort of value. We'll go Ralph Green. Get another Wisconsin guy. Hidden ability. We'll see if that can end up coming into play enough for him to survive. But we might also move him to a different spot so that way he could potentially play. I don't know how I want to tackle that quite yet. We're just going to go with the guy with the highest combine rate. Looks like Sam Kutcher. I mean, is what it is, I think. So it is what it is. And that's going to be kind of the end of this episode here after we relook over the roster and see kind of what we're going to be dealing with here for this as a team. So definitely could have done a lot worse. Having that first overall pick and having a quarterback up at the top doesn't always happen in these random rookie drafts or anything like that. So definitely awesome that we can get Pierman, see what he can do as our quarterback. Hopefully he doesn't get injured. I pray to God he doesn't get injured. But you know what, Fitzpatrick, he's the magic man for a reason. We'll have to see what ends up happening, right? I mean, anything can happen in the NFL. So draft recap real quick, just so that way you guys can see it. You know, we got some very nice talent here, with the star obviously being Pierman, but the number one true value is Timmy Clifford. So Timmy, let's see if you can actually make it worth it. So we're gonna look at the rest of the draft class real quick, just see what else came about from it. So Rick Watkins, obvious stud right there. Kind of wish we could have picked up on that, or JT Otto, but the guys we got were definitely necessary. And obviously it looks like a lot of the true value went high or later in the draft. Not as much value within the actual first round. So definitely weird how Madden likes to do that, but you know, and I just want to look. Okay, he's got potential too. We'll see what happens there. A little surprised Miami would have gone with that since they've got Tua, but oh, you know what? It's a video game and they're not always making sense. So that's it for me, guys. I will be back later to do an actual gameplay, and it looks like we're going to be playing against the Patriots right away. So, should be interesting, should be fun, and we'll see what can come about it. So, alright guys, love you. I'm out. Peace.